Go to supertalk.fm/PalmerHome to help rescue and restore a child in need.
Good morning and welcome to the annual Palmer Home for Children Radiothon on SuperTalk, Mississippi. I'm Richard Cross. Lance is in the studio. This is Mornings with Richard Cross, but a special day today. From right now until 6 o'clock this evening, we will be broadcasting live from the campus of Palmer Home for Children here in Northwest Mississippi, and we are glad to be with you. You know that this is a special day. It's the 13th consecutive year that we have been on site for the Palmer Home for Children Radiothon, and I don't think the feeling is any different today than it was 13 years ago when we began this. This is all about raising money and raising awareness and helping you understand about the great things that are happening here at Palmer Home for Children. I'll give you a couple of numbers as we get started, because today is about telling stories, but it is also about connecting with you, and it's also about you making donations for what is happening here. There are several ways that you can give today. You can text the word SuperTalk to 50155 with the amount of your donation. Again, it's SuperTalk to 50155 if you want to make a donation today. You can give us a call. And the number to talk to someone live and make a donation over the phone is 662-469-5533. 662-469-5533. You can go to our website, supertalk.fm/PalmerHome, if you want to make an online donation there. And we've tried to make it really, really convenient. If you are a parent who has babysitters, if you are a guy who plays golf, perhaps the way that you settle friendly wagers at the end of the day is through Venmo. If you've got the Venmo app and you want to donate directly with Venmo, you can do that at PalmerHome-4Children, at PalmerHome-4Children. We will be reminding you about all the ways that you can donate throughout the course of the day today, as we want to continue to encourage you to do that. But as I said, we want to tell you stories, and we want to connect you with the people who make things happen here on a daily basis. And one of those people is with me as we start things off this morning. Whit Lewis joins us. He is the Director of Community Partnerships here at Palmer Home for Children. And as he has done in years past, he's hitting leadoff. I don't know if that means that you drew the short straw, or this is you're an early riser and you want to get out of the gates fast.
Well, it's really when they say, hey, we're looking at the roster and their speaking engagements and all, and I said, when would you like to go? And I said, well, just put me wherever you need. And that seems to be the 6:05 kickoff is whenever the need is always there. But I always enjoy it, always enjoy this day, and super grateful for, again, Super Talk.
Well, I appreciate you getting up early with us as we get things started on this Thursday morning, the 10th of July. And it's an altogether different day for us on the radio, but it's certainly a special day. Community partnerships, that feels like something that could be very broad in terms of what falls onto your plate on a daily basis. Tell us a little bit about your role.
So we began thinking about Palmer Home for Children, and I listened just to a few minutes ago as we opened up, and the little commercial, and really the reminder of Palmer Home is that people have always been the lead of this ministry, meaning that people saw a need, in this case, church. The churches, back in 1895, post-Civil War, in a day of really having children that were in need, and the church led the way to create an opportunity to provide care and to love and to promote a path forward to children. And so this community partnerships is really this continued understanding that we can't do what we do, which is provide care for children, to provide hope and a home, help and healing. We can't do what we do without partnerships of individuals, without partnerships of churches, without partnerships of businesses, without just partnerships of people coming alongside of us and saying, look, I may not can do exactly what you do or what someone else is doing, but I can do something. And so I have a team, and what our goal is just to continue to provide those partnership opportunities of that we need you to come alongside And we need you to just help tote the load with us, to be a part of what we're doing. And people may not see it. Others may not see it. But God does, and you get to be a part of a life of a child and help point in a direction of hope and healing. So that's what really a broad view of partnerships is all about.
So when I hear about churches and their involvement with organizations, most churches, maybe all churches, have areas of focus that they describe as mission. Sure. And sometimes that's overseas, sometimes that's in the local community, sometimes that's organizations within their states. And those relationships, hopefully their partnerships, take lots of different forms. Sometimes it's as simple as there is a check or a bank account deduction that happens on a monthly basis. But sometimes those partnerships, relationships become more ingrained.
Absolutely.
How do you make that happen here?
And it continues to go back to what we talked about just a few moments ago, is relationships. So many of the churches that we partner with or that support with Palmer Home have been supporting with us 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Some have just began their first year or second year. And so we began the understanding of, hey, you're a missional mindset, particularly with a church, right? I mean, there's a reason that the church got started, is that we want to impact people. We want to impact our community. We want to be a part of a transformational type work. Right. And that's why you've already had that in there. And so this is what we're doing. And so we want you to come alongside, and we want you to be a part of that. And sometimes that is, like we said, giving. We call it time, talents, or treasures. Right. To invest your time, talent, or treasures. And everybody's got something that they can do. Just like within the church, you've got teachers, you've got preachers, you've got hospitality, you've got servants, you've got all sorts within the church that make up a body. Extend that in the same way as we have churches that give. We have churches that come and help clean and serve. We have churches that will be a part of just feeding house parents that are serving different ways. And so all of the different ways help make an opportunity. Not only for that is, I pastored for 20 plus years in churches. And what I began to notice is that when our people were serving, and when our people were giving of themselves, and when our people were seeing a picture that's bigger than them, or involved in something bigger than them, they were growing in their own spiritual walk. Yeah. And then it strengthened our church. So our church became stronger and more healthy because they were serving.
When people are engaged, whatever the organization is, but specifically within a church community, when you're engaged within your church community, it feels like it turns into not just something that you're giving, but it's almost like you're receiving more also.
Scripture even tells us it is more blessed to give than to receive. And oftentimes we, really don't understand that just at a casual reading, but it's when, I think about the mission trips that I've been on and thinking that I'm going to go help this missionary. We're going to go help this impoverished type area. But what happens is that when I go serve and when I kind of get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and I just pour out of living out my faith, right, and just, Christ that is in me, living that out, then I am the one that is blessed. I am the one that God is working on. I am the one that is strengthened. When I think I'm going to be a blessing, I'm the one that receives the blessing. And so that's the same that we want to do with Palmer Home.
Lots of ways that you can give throughout the course of the day today. You can give us a call at 662-469-5533. You can go online to supertalk.fm/PalmerHome or text SuperTalk to 50155. Just some of the ways, and certainly we want to hear from you. Our normal way of communication, the C Spire text line, is open. We'll be monitoring that throughout the course of the day, 601-879-4395. From a practical standpoint, if there are churches out there, if there are pastors or deacons or shepherds that are listening this morning and they say, you know what, we want to learn more about what's going on at Palmer Home because maybe we want to expand our mission or we're looking for a redirection with some of the work we're doing, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
So the best way is, most importantly, we just say call most people are going to look up online, palmerhome.org, or to call our office. But you can send me an email at wlewis@palmerhome.org. I would love to come to you That's part of my role, is to be that liaison, that advocate of helping churches and Palmer Home, create clear pathways for caring for the vulnerable in our community. So I will come to you. I will meet with you one-on-one or with a group. We'll have you come here, maybe do a campus tour to see what we're doing. And as my granddaddy said, to let you sort of smell the gunpowder and to kind of see exactly what all is happening. Because we can talk about it,
sure,
but when you see it, it's a whole different story.
There are lots of good things that are happening here, and we can only kind of give you a snapshot throughout the course of the day, as Whit has done with his particular role, community relations and church relations specifically. But if you want to learn more, we'd love for you to connect. palmerhome.org is the website. You can find all the contact information there. I appreciate you getting up early, sharing part of what you do on a daily basis, and let's have a great day.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thank you, partners. Thank you for those that are coming alongside today to make the life of a child more hopeful and helpful.
Outstanding. Just getting started with you. It's Palmer Home for Children, the Radiothon on SuperTalk Mississippi, 13th annual. Quick timeout. Just getting started. We're back right after this.